This is going to be a video response to a YouTube user who commented on my free lawnmower video 2 weeks ago, I believe, maybe a week ago. I do not remember his name off the top of my head, but I'll put it in the description. Go check him out, subscribe, and whatnot. But his comment was, well, first, Lawn Boy is the best, his opinion, and I'll agree this is a pretty good push mower. Then he stated that this bar is a flywheel brake, and that he guessed that the cable was broken. Well, it does not have a flywheel brake. These overhead valves do not have flywheel brakes. Yes, it does look like the cable is broken, but it is not. That's just wear. There are 3 cables, as you can see. First one is the throttle, and this is your kill switch right here. Now if you go over here, the whole mechanism is right here under this air filter housing. This is the whole mechanism, this whole thing. There is no flywheel brake. The other cable is the shifting cable, which goes down to the transaxle down there, which is actually a transaxle. And the other cable is this cable here, the one that's sheared, that when you push the bar down, you pull it back up, it engages the blade. Because if you have it sitting like this, the blade is not engaged. I could stick my hand under with the engine running and I wouldn't get my fingers cut off. Also, I did find the bagger for it. So let me show you the difference between the flywheel brake and the non-flywheel brake. This engine is an overhead valve, 5.5 horsepower. The ones that had the flywheel brakes are flatheads, 6 to 6 1/4 or 3/4 horsepower. These are the ones that have the flywheel brakes because what's that? Because the blade is always on. So if you pull this, the blade is spinning right now as I pull the engine over. If I pull this here, the blade is not spinning. And I don't even have to hold the brake. I can leave this engine running and walk away without any clamps or whatnots. Let me show you the difference. So first I'm going to show you with the flywheel brake. Notice how fast it'll stop. That's how fast, if you notice how quickly it stopped. Now let me start this one up. This one here is at full throttle. You can see it took much longer from full throttle, which is what these are set to, because the blade is always spinning. And I quickly threw it into the kill switch. But also, here's another way to do it. With your ignition off, if it's very difficult to pull. See, I can't pull it. That's the flywheel brake. Here, if I have it all the way off, there is no flywheel brake. So that is my video response. Thank you for commenting, but I just wanted to clear that up, because that one does not have a flywheel brake. The brake it has is the blade brake when you do this. Let me show you this again. Here. So, thanks for watching. Again, I just wanted to clear that up. Thank you for commenting. If you are watching this, I forget your name. I apologize, but I will put it in the comments. Or not the comments, but the description. Thank you again for commenting. I have subscribed to you. I like what you're doing. Speaking of which, let me on your last video with the that MTD with the overhead valve 14 and a half, I believe. I have a comment on that. Now, in my last video, yes, the one before this video, I posted a video showing how to clean out a carb for an opposed twin. Within that video, I had said something that was about the opposed twin that I was working on. It was not the Murray. The Murray is good. It runs fine. Here. Oh, no, the fuel. No, it's not. But that's okay. I'll start that up at the end of the video. Because my iPod, with the video I'm working with and my iPod, when it tells me 20% battery left, it stops recording even when there's a little timer up top, even when that keeps ticking. So I had that video made, or I had it in there, or I thought I made it, but apparently I was wrong. But I have a new tractor. Now I know this is an 18 horsepower twin. It did not have the shroud or this. I do not have the top. I do have the little metal cover. I do not have an air filter. This thing sounds awesome. I've been having some work to it. I rewired it. As you can see, that's not the usual setup for the wiring. I bought it for 150 bucks. It did not run when I bought it. It is an MTD, or Yard Machines, 18 horsepower industrial commercial. It was a 46-inch. I still have the deck, which is in great condition. And it's one of these very drive transmissions. That's what... Damn it, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, but that's what he had, or you have. Only it has the 14 and a half overhead valve. Check your compression. Make sure it has good compression and spark. If it doesn't have compression, you may need rings, you may need a head gasket. It is okay if when you take off this cover, it's okay if when you take this off that it leaks out some oil, because oil comes in there. It's also okay if it does come out completely. The place you don't want oil to come out is back here. Because you see that bolt? That's your head bolt. So right about here is the seam. So you have the block here and then the head. You do not want oil leaking out like down here. But this is not from leaking there. If oil is leaking out of the cylinder or in that area and it's starting to rain, that means you need a new head gasket. Oops. Because you have your cylinder, and then you have your area for the cam rods to go through. And there's a tiny little piece of gasket between that. That can let oil go in, or that head gasket holds that oil in. So you want to, what I suggest doing, first check your compression. Let me put something over this real quick. Check your compression, your spark, and then I'm sorry I wasn't able to watch the whole video. I skimmed through it, but depending on where it's leaking oil, most of the time, unless the gasket is broken here between the head and the cover, you can use it again. So if it still leaks oil after you have a new gasket here, and it's not leaking here, it's leaking further back, then you probably need a head gasket. And you said you wanted to make it into a romping mower, kind of like my Murray, which also was inspired by Fearless Front. I'm making this into a mud mower, but you have to be very wary of the belt, because you may know this, I don't know, I couldn't tell from the video, but this thing, all the speeds are running on this pulley. Because what happens is when the belt, this red belt gets tighter, it changes the ratios between the pulleys. And you have a 2-speed gear transmission, which is forward and backwards, and that's it, and neutral. So you gotta be wary of that. I need to get a new front pulley because that slips now, even though I've got a new belt on it. I'm gonna put it away because it's starting to rain. I'll still start the Murray up in there, but yeah, let me put this away. I'm gonna start both of them up. First, I'm gonna start up the Murray. Neither of these have started today, so yeah. First, I'm gonna start the Murray. All right, parking brake on, low throttle, full choke. All right, hasn't started today. I do not know if you can hear the knock, but I cannot get rid of that knock unless I replace either or the crankshaft or the connecting rod. This one starts a little bit more rough, but it does not have a knock. I love that sound. Just to let you know, it does have the stock exhaust on it. This is like a 97, I believe. There, here. There's the model number if you want it. It's like a 97, something like that. Oh, I got diehards. They've done good so far. I've taken this one mudding, but I do need that front pulley. This thing goes pretty fast. This throttle was that way when I got it. It was already tightened down. The Murray's a little bit tighter, but it doesn't go as high. It doesn't sound like it. I think it does go the same height. I bought the shroud from where I get my parts. It is beat up very badly. You can see all of the ridges on here while you've got smoothness. So, thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Go to the other guy's channel. I don't know his name, but I'm going to put it in the comments. Subscribe to him. He's got a good project going. I hope it goes well for him. I would try that mower. If you have to start putting generic stuff, like a whole bunch of belts right away into it, and pulleys, and a whole bunch of other parts, try not to. I mean, I took this from the dead. I had to do the carb, the starter, almost half of everything on here. I have put almost $1,000 into this on parts, almost, and labor. This I'm gonna put headlights on. I still have the original hood, but this is gonna be my dad's tractor. But he really doesn't want it on there. Someone stole the headlights out of it, just like someone stole the shrouds and whatnots. So, snapper with the broken steering wheel. So thanks for watching again. Go subscribe to what his name is. His icon is a tractor. It's an orange tractor. It's an older tractor. But I don't know his name. I'm so sorry. Whoever you are, I will put your thing in the comments. Or not the comments. The... Oh, wow. The description. Okay, again, thanks for watching.